Yo, what is up, my Shadow Armies? It is I, Shadow Critias, back again with another Kage Tatsuma What If video. So yes, finally, today's the day where I finally could continue on doing what if Kage Tatsuma was in Star Wars, and this is part 3 of this what if scenario. And before I continue on, go check out the last previous parts, including the, if you guys notice, the 2.5 has now changed to 2.0 because I think it should have been called by that instead of just 2.5. I don't know why. So check out those 3 previous parts before you guys come over here, because this one not making sense to you. So this is part 3, and sorry about the whole month hiatus because, well, I been waiting for the 2 commission art to be done, mainly because, well, one, the artist kind of messed up the second sketch for the commission, and she had to redo it. Plus, she had to pause the commission because she was sick, and now she's feeling better. She's finishing the commission now. And she started working on the second one right now. And thirdly, she's dealing with a client who dealing with another client who basically being a prick and have no patience whatsoever about, she's focusing on my commission instead of that person. And that person has no fucking patience whatsoever and do not care about other people's commission. Which, yeah, so basically she kind of canceled the guy for, like, this person commissioned 5 commission, and she canceled 4 of them and only do 1 of them because, well, being rude, disrespectful, and rude and disrespectful, and not have patience when she has someone else that she's working on right now, which is me. So yeah, that kind of whole situation, and etc. And so yeah, this is the only what if that I really, really like to do so much than the other what ifs, I'm going to be honest. And you guys can tell this will take place a year later after the events of Revenge of the Sith, the Jedi Purge. So basically, you guys know this is going to be my take of, well, the next upcoming Star Wars animated series, Darth Maul, aka, well, Maul, the Shadow Lord. So this is going to be my take and my idea how I want this to go. Just for fun, etc. Because I felt like, you know what, let's just do some fun. Even though we actually don't know where Maul is going to be at and where he's going to be continuing on his crime syndicates. So we honestly do not know, for example. So, like I said, I will include the expanding universe instead of the main canon, like the sequel trilogy. So, I'm combining both canon and Legends EU to make more fitting, so to speak. So, make a lot more sense, etc. And yeah, and with that out of the way, let's just go ahead and dive into it. So it's been over a year since the fall of the Jedi Order and the fall of the Galactic Republic became the Galactic Empire, in the beginning of a dark age for the rise of the Galactic Empire. So basically, Kage Tatsuma has been hiding and blending in the planet of Nashada, a planet with a bunch of scum and villainy of bounty hunters, smugglers, mercenaries, huts, and pirates, and a place where you have to look out for yourself, survive, and not trust anyone. And that was Kage decided to hide in, since, well, the Empire won't able to find any surviving Jedi in Nashada. Why would the Empire decided to, hey, let's go Nashada, we might be lucky we could find another Jedi. But there's no way. Why would a Jedi be hiding in that location? So they decided not investigate any Jedi in that area. So basically, Kage change his robes. Wearing the outfit that you see in the thumbnail and the community tab, basically the Rex's prime outfit, just hide his face like a mask, like a face mask or something like that. So that's basically what he's wearing. But he still have his lightsaber, plus with Momo's lightsaber as a second pair. Because he still haven't got over of the loss of Momo. And still remember that night. He still keeps having that nightmare all of a sudden. The night where everything fell apart and see the death of Momo. Even seeing Skywalker, the greatest Jedi, the powerful Jedi, now a Sith, the one who's supposed to destroy the Sith to bring balance of the Force, the chosen one, and yet he joined the dark side. But for what reason? What was the cause? Why did he decide to join the dark side? Sure, the council didn't trust Anakin. I mean, let's be honest. The council didn't trust Kage, so probably that's the reason. Misled, distrust. That could be the reason. If the council trusted more, things would have been different. And sure, that the council didn't push Kage to the limit because of him being a Jedi Sentinel and use a forbidden technique that the Jedi aren't allowed to use, since Jedi Sentinels are allowed to use Force Choke, Force Lightning, aka Lightning of Judgment, whatever. But Kage is the only one to use those kind of dark side abilities. Let's be honest, if Cal Katarn was still able to use dark side abilities in the Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast, and later on in the series of the Expanded Universe, why can't Kage or other Jedi? Since the other Jedi Council are kind of afraid of it, but whatever. So for now, Kage decided to hide and blend in, and forbids to use his lightsaber, otherwise it will blow his cover. So basically, Kage, all he could do is to survive, work as a maintenance shift, basically fixing vehicles, ships, and basically things of his Jedi Sentinel training. They were able to train how to be skillful non-Force abilities, like besides just the Force. Know how to be tech expert, building, fixing, that sort of thing. So that's what Kage does. He found a job and changed his name to not to be noticed. So basically hide his actual name to call himself Tokoyami. Yeah, let's go with that. He decided to call himself Fumikage Tokoyami. Basically hide his actual name. So basically, Kage decided to, blend in and decided to stay out of people's business. Unless someone gets in his way, then it's his fucking business. And, of course, he does come up with a smuggler that he started to become closest with. It's someone that he's been working a lot recently and do get a lot of good pay out of it. And this person is Denki Kaminari, who owns a maintenance shop, but also owns a ship of his own called, the Charge Bolt. The ship that only could pilot only 2 people. And he's basically on his own, so to speak. But he's been trying to save up money and credits so he could get out of this damn rust bucket. So, and he was kind of hoping that, Tokoyami, quote unquote, that doesn't know his actual name, that he could tag it along with him. So basically, Kage wants to leave, but he can't. Even Denki wants to know why. So he was telling, but he can't. Not until, well, there's a problem. Let's just say Denki got himself in a trouble situation with the crime syndicate, the crime syndicate made a huge debt. Not bad. It's not like bad. It's just a bit of a debt that Denki have a hard time to pay. Whenever random cronies, like some of the Pikes or the Black Sun or some of the bounty hunters working for someone, and there are for the credits, and basically Kage is just not gonna get involved until things gets really serious. They decided to harass and potentially to beat him to death, beating Kaminaris to death. Kage was like, I can't set this by. So Kage decided to put them in the floor, best class them in a hand-to-hand fight. Took out some of the Pikes. I would say 2, 1 Black Sun, 1 of the Bounty Hunter, and shockingly, they both got the ass whooped, and Kaminari shot that Tokoyami was able to be skillful. So, until, he sees above, that he sees, something like a Mandalorian, a female Mandalorian, with red and black color armor, with a horn top of the helmet. He recognized that. That's a Death Watch, a Mandalorian that serves Maul, a former Sith Lord, first Sith apprentice, Sith assassin, that, was in the Battle of Naboo, and been defeated by Obi-Wan, and former apprentice to Darth Sidious. And, if they're here, does that mean Maul is here? So basically, this is gonna be a problem. So that means, they're dealing with Maul. This is not gonna be good. And worst of all, for the past few months or a couple of days, Maul, before he arrived to Nashada, he has someone with him. A red Twi'lek with a Sith tattoo around her. And her outfit is, bit of a revealing, so to speak, to attract men, so she could get any intel or information out of them by having an affair with them, and kill them in their sleep or during the affair to get the information out of them by smooth way they in, sell them, she sell her body to them, or get them drunk, so to speak. And Maul basically freed her from her prison for a year ago. Before, I would say a month or 2 later, after the events of Revenge of the Sith, when Maul found her and freed her. So Maul took her under his wing as his new apprentice. Since we honestly don't know of her actual name, maybe you guys know who I'm talking about. So basically, we honestly do not know her actual name, but we're just gonna go by Talon. Because, let's be honest, in the expanded universe, we actually do not know her actual name before she be called Dark Talon. So, we actually do not know her actual biological name. So, let's be honest, I think they're just gonna call her Talon in the upcoming series. So basically, let's go with that. So, Maul basically meet up to that female Mandalorian. I forget her name. That purple hair chick, the dark purple one, who is right next to Gar Axon. So that female. She actually greeted Maul and Talon, which surprisingly, Maul decided to take another apprentice. And even the Mandalorian chick, she's kind of felt, oh boy, that is a bit of a revealing for an apprentice. Which Maul just care less what his apprentice wearing. But it's going to be helpful and useful to get more intel information out of anyone. So basically, the Mandalorian chick, she's basically telling Maul everything that's been going on, how everything is going well with the crime syndicate, and they're having a bit of a problem. That she tells Maul that, well, we have someone who basically stood up against of the crime syndicate. So basically, she actually recorded the whole thing. And so this one guy took out 2 of the Pikes, one bounty hunter, and 1 of the Black Sun. Maul was intrigued and noticed something about him. Noticed the fighting skill. Maul said, this person is a Jedi. And Maul is no fool. And she is stunned. The Mandalorian chick is stunned. A Jedi here. And not Shada. And Talon approached to her master said, should I hunt him down and kill him, master? Maul was like, no. I think we should invite him to offer him to join us, to join our cause. And what about, and the Mandalorian chick was like, what about the smuggler? I could care less about that smuggler. Do as you wish. Or should I say, should I let my apprentice do it? Shall deal with him if things, well, doesn't go out of his way, go things well. So basically, Maul gives the order to Talon to, well, basically do what she does to get the money out of this smuggler, and by having, well, you know what I mean. So basically, Kage was just minding his own business, about to head back to his quarters until he gets jumped and captured and taking someone, being knocked out by one of the members of the Black Sun, taking him somewhere where no one cannot see him or find him. Meanwhile, back to Kaminari, where he's fully finished fixing his ship and finished up cleaning up the mess, until he hears someone coming from behind. A woman being all smooth, be like, well, fancy meeting you here, handsome. Kaminari turns around and sees a red Twi'lek in Sith tattoo, or some kind of tattoo around her. As she approaches him, her body is been revealing, and as the way she walks, moving her hips side to side. Kaminari, well, he's taken aback of this beauty of a Twi'lek that he never seen before, and revealing all of that to him. Well, lucky for him, I guess. And Kaminari was like, well, what fancy bring here? What fine as hell you come here all of a sudden, gorgeous. And Talon, this Twi'lek approaches, like, finger on his chest, like, I'm here to collect a few things. And if you're willing to do so, I could help you release your stress. And Danky was like, oh, is this really happening? So basically, Talon grabbed his hand, taking him somewhere privately, where them two having a wink wink, nudge nudge. So yeah, you guys know what's gonna happen to him. So basically, meanwhile, back with Kage, after fully regained consciousness, I can't say the word no more, they remove the bag, and Kage is seeing that he's all, well, handcuffed, and he's on his knees. Kage was like, where the hell am I? Then he hears someone approaching to him, and he sees him. A Zabrak male, red skin, Sith tattoo. And Kage says the word Maul. I seem you know me, Jedi. Of course, everyone knows who the great Darth Maul, the one who trying to assassinate and killed Master Qui-Gon Jinn until Obi-Wan Kenobi, well, half you and half. Indeed. And you must be Kage Tatsuma, if I'm not mistaken. How do you know? I have my ways, Jedi. How did you survive? And why are you here? Basically explain that, yeah, he cares to hide. What else you need to know? Indeed. So some of the Jedi were able to survive the Purge. Seems like we both have a common enemy. What common enemy? Basically, Maul explained that he knew that the Republic was going to fall. He knew the Jedi Order was going to fail, having the vision of the fall of everything, the Empire rise. But after seeing how it is, Maul's mind was like, is this what he really thought it would be? Basically, he thought rebuilding a Sith Empire. But no, that was not the case in Maul's words after he explained. So Kage decided to get up and Maul released him of his handcuffs. So basically, Maul offered Kage to join him so they could destroy the Sith, destroy Sidious and Skywalker. Kage eyes widened. How does he know? And Maul said that he always finds a way and tells him that Skywalker has been taken the name of Darth Vader. So basically, Skywalker is alive and named himself Vader, but now I think about it, he remembered something, the name Darth Vader, all black mechanical suit. Wait, that's Skywalker? Why he wearing like that? Why he has like a life support system? Like he recognized Vader what he looks like in the holonews and everything else. And they clicked him. Kenobi, he defeated Skywalker, but he didn't kill him. Great. Of course he couldn't. Could never finish the job. So, but the one thing is, why would he join Maul? He's just gonna betray him or sell him out to the Empire. Or whatever. But Maul is no side with the Empire. He's against the Empire. Trying to survive just like him. Until another one approached Maul. Is his apprentice, Talon. And Kage basically had to look away because of her revealing. Maul was like, Talon, my apprentice. Seems your success of the task. Yes, master. I had a bit of a fun having an affair with a smuggler. But I got the credits. And he'll be no longer a problem. And basically saying that he killed Kaminari. And Kage felt the rage oh hell no, fuck that. He grabbed his 2 lightsaber and ignited it, ready to fight. Yeah, you just killed Kaminari, one of the person that he actually made a friend. Now he's dead. And Maul trying to, not cause a situation at hand. But Kage said, no, I will not join you, and I will not be your pet. So Maul was like, very well. So basically Maul and Talon ignited their lightsaber, ready to clash against Kage. Until Maul communication goes off saying, the Empire has arrived, and Inquisitor is heading your way. In Kage's mind, an Inquisitor? The hell? Then the Inquisitor has arrived, ignited the double-bladed lightsaber. The hilt looked like a ring. Then they both look, and they see an Inquisitor wearing a helmet, but with a cloak around the right side arm, covering it. And this Inquisitor is like, so, it looks like it's my lucky day. I found the Shadow and a Jedi. What, ain't this my lucky day? Which this Inquisitor is Morok. And Kage recognized that voice. Wait, Morok? Is that you? And Morok doesn't respond to this. And wait, if he's an Inquisitor, how many more are they? And Morok says, there are more Inquisitors than just me. Inquisitors? There's more? So basically, the Inquisitors are basically Maul kinda knows who they are. Explaining to them, yeah, these Inquisitors basically were Jedi that was captured and taken and tortured to become, Imperial Inquisitors, to only given orders by Sidious and Vader to find and hunt down Jedi. And Morok, his mission, he's here for Maul. And now there's a Jedi here, it makes him a bonus. So basically we get a fatal 4-way fight between former Sith, his apprentice, a Jedi survivor, and an Inquisitor. Sabers clash. Out of all the colors, you only see base of crimson and bit of a bright yellow and violet, purple, pink, illuminating the night in the dark. The fight was intense, brutal, and the fight goes on and on. And realize Kage needs to get out of here because the Empire are here, and the soldiers are on their way here. So basically, Maul clash Morok, Talon, and Kage clash. Kage's reason to Talon that you don't have to serve him. There's a better path, and you could go with him, but Talon refused because she's okay where she is. After all, her master was the one who freed him from her imprisonment. So it was a debt that she needs to be paid. So, and they switch weapons. I mean, not switch weapons. They switch fighting, where Talon is facing Morok, and Kage clashing Maul. And then, when the time was come, Kage will face Morok and wondering, how many of you are there? Why? Why would y'all join to the Empire? Why would y'all serve Vader? And Morok said, we have no choice. All of us have no choice becoming Inquisitors. So basically, before they continue fighting, Maul was about to take out both, but Kage dodged out of the way, and slice Morak, killing him instantly. So basically, yeah. So basically, Morak is dead. Basically trying to keep it like an actual canon, because we actually do not know if Morak was just a living dead corpse, or he was just a living person before he come back as a living dead. We honestly do not know. So let's just let's just go with the idea that he was killed by Maul, but got resurrected by the Night Sister later on, and been found by Balin's skull and his Padawan. Let's just go along with that. So when the Empire got closer, a few stormtroopers on his way. This is where Maul and Talon escape, head to the ship, and flee. And that's what Kage is going to do. Heads back to Kaminari's maintenance ship store or whatever. Goes to his ship and take the charge bolt. Thankfully, the ship is fully ready to go, fully full, and set off out of Nashida to head out to another planet to get away from the Empire. And great, now the Empire knows Kage needed to find another place where he could hide. And the only planet that he could think of that is recently not safe, but is the only thing he could think of. So he set a course to Kashyyyk. Since the Wookiees are a good friend with the Jedi, since I think the Wookiees will be helping and helpful to have a Jedi to be hiding. Well, he will actually meet a familiar faces. Someone that he thought this person is dead, and his future of the path becoming a master will awaits him. And that's where we're going to end this part right now. Since you guys been patient and waiting for the next part, I will make part 4 of this. Basically, you get 2 parts back to back of this. So basically, be on lookout for part 4 later on tonight or the next day. So be on lookout for that one. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Links to my other channel, my social media will be down below the description box. You guys know the drill. Links to my Cash App and my PayPal will be down below the description box and in my bio if you guys want to donate to support the channel. Again, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Kneel before Critias, and I'll see you guys later.